Greetings. In today's video we will discuss about a book called The Spy and the Traitor by Ben Macintyre, John Lee, et al. After we run through summary and detail by chapter, we will have a look at the key takeaways. And stay with me till the end of video for bonus fun facts. The Spy and the Traitor by Ben Macintyre is a non-fiction book that tells the story of Oleg Gordievsky, a KGB officer who spied for the British intelligence agency MI6 during the Cold War. The book describes Gordievsky's upbringing and education in the Soviet Union, his recruitment by MI6, and his work as a double agent. Macintyre provides a detailed account of Gordievsky's spy work, including his efforts to thwart Soviet plans and provide valuable information to MI6. The book also explores the challenges Gordievsky faced as a double agent, including the constant danger of exposure and the pressure of living a double life. In addition to Gordievsky's story, Macintyre also delves into the wider context of the Cold War, including the tensions between the Soviet Union and the West, and the role of espionage in international politics. Overall, The Spy and the Traitor is a gripping account of one man's brave and risky work to help bring about the end of the Cold War. Now here is a more detailed chapter-by-chapter explanation of The Spy and the Traitor. Chapter 1, The Defector. The book begins with a brief introduction to Oleg Gordievsky, a KGB officer who eventually becomes a double agent for MI6. The chapter describes Gordievsky's early life, including his upbringing in the Soviet Union and his education at a KGB academy. Chapter 2, Operation Pimlico. In this chapter, Gordievsky is recruited by MI6 while working as a KGB officer in Denmark. The chapter describes how Gordievsky was first approached by MI6, and how he eventually agreed to work as a double agent. Chapter 3, Codename Sunbeam. Gordievsky begins his work as a double agent for MI6 in this chapter. The chapter describes how Gordievsky communicated with MI6 using a variety of covert methods, including invisible ink and coded messages. Chapter 4, Moscow Rules. This chapter describes the Moscow Rules, a set of guidelines that spies use to avoid detection while working in the Soviet Union. The chapter provides a detailed explanation of these rules and how they were applied in practice. Chapter 5, The Station Chief. MI6 Station Chief Michael Bettany is introduced in this chapter. The chapter describes how Bettany became Gordievsky's handler and the challenges he faced in managing Gordievsky's work as a double agent. Chapter 6, A Dangerous Alliance. In this chapter, Gordievsky provides MI6 with valuable information about a secret KGB operation involving an American spy. The chapter describes the operation in detail and how Gordievsky's information helped MI6 to foil the KGB's plans. Chapter 7, A Lethal Cocktail. Gordievsky becomes concerned about the danger of his position as a double agent in this chapter. The chapter describes the increasing risks Gordievsky faced, including the possibility of being discovered and executed by the KGB. Chapter 8, Death in a Snowdrift. The KGB begins to suspect that Gordievsky is a double agent in this chapter. The chapter describes the KGB's efforts to confirm Gordievsky's status and the danger Gordievsky faced as a result. Chapter 9, A Most Unusual Meeting. Gordievsky meets with Margaret Thatcher, the British Prime Minister, in this chapter. The chapter describes the meeting in detail and how it helped to cement Gordievsky's status as a valuable asset for MI6. Chapter 10, A Question of Trust. MI6 becomes increasingly concerned about the safety of Gordievsky and his family in this chapter. The chapter describes how MI6 worked to protect Gordievsky and how they dealt with the challenges of managing a double agent. Chapter 11, The Betrayal. MI6 officer Michael Bettany is arrested for spying for the Soviet Union in this chapter. The chapter describes how Bettany was caught and the impact his arrest had on MI6's work with Gordievsky. Chapter 12, The Abduction. The KGB plans to kidnap Gordievsky from his home in Moscow in this chapter. The chapter describes how MI6 learned of the KGB's plans and how they worked to prevent the abduction. Chapter 13, The Escape. Gordievsky narrowly escapes from the KGB and flees to Finland in this chapter. The chapter describes the dramatic events leading up to Gordievsky's escape and the danger he faced during his flight. Chapter 14, The Trial. Bettany is put on trial for his crimes in this chapter. The chapter describes the trial in detail and how it was covered by the media. Chapter 15, The Old Boys Club. Gordievsky begins to work as a lecturer and consultant for intelligence agencies after his escape in this chapter. The chapter describes Gordievsky's post-escape life and how he continued to provide valuable information to MI6 and other agencies. Chapter 16, The Endgame. The book's final chapter describes the collapse of the Soviet Union and the impact this had on Gordievsky and his work as a double agent. The chapter also provides a brief overview of Gordievsky's life after the end of the Cold War. Overall, The Spy and the Traitor provides a detailed and engaging account of Oleg Gordievsky's work as a double agent for MI6 during the Cold War. The book is well researched and draws on a wide range of sources, including interviews with Gordievsky himself. It offers insights into the world of espionage and the challenges faced by spies on both sides of the Cold War divide. Here are some key takeaways from The Spy and the Traitor. The importance of human intelligence. The book underscores the importance of human intelligence in the world of espionage. Gordievsky's work as a double agent provided MI6 with valuable information that could not have been obtained through other means. The risks of being a double agent. The book also highlights the significant risks involved in being a double agent. Gordievsky faced constant danger and had to carefully navigate his dual loyalties to both MI6 and the KGB. The impact of the Cold War. The book provides insights into the world of espionage during the Cold War and the impact this had on international relations. It also shows how the collapse of the Soviet Union brought about significant changes in the world of espionage. The importance of trust. Gordievsky's success as a double agent was due in large part to the trust he had built up with his MI6 handlers. The book underscores the importance of trust in intelligence work and how it can make all the difference in the success or failure of a mission. The value of perseverance. The book shows how Gordievsky's work as a double agent required perseverance and a willingness to take risks. Despite the significant challenges he faced, he remained committed to his work and was able to provide MI6 with valuable information that helped to shape the course of the Cold War. Bonus: here are some fun facts about the author and the book. Ben Macintyre is a well-known British author and journalist, who has written several books on espionage and wartime history. He has also been a columnist for The Times and The Guardian. The Spy and the Traitor was published in 2018 and quickly became a bestseller. It has been praised for its engaging writing style and detailed research. The book draws on interviews with Oleg Gordievsky, as well as other sources, including MI6 files and KGB documents that were declassified after the collapse of the Soviet Union. Macintyre has also written a number of other books on espionage and wartime history, including Agent Zigzag, Operation Mincemeat, and A Spy Among Friends. The Spy and the Traitor has been optioned for a television adaptation by Seesaw Films, the production company behind the acclaimed TV series Top of the Lake and State of the Union. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you find it useful to develop better you better me. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to check my other videos.